latest tech trends.
Absolutely.
And today we have some really interesting stuff to discuss.
Yeah.
Our listeners have been sending in some articles about the metaverse and solid-state batteries.
Oh, wow.
And
Those are big topics.
I know, right? It's like
Yeah.
two huge things that are
Yeah.
poised to like totally reshape our world.
It really feels like we're on the edge of some massive shifts.
Right. And we wanted to kind of go through these articles,
Okay.
like pull out the
Huge.
most interesting things.
Nuggets.
The nuggets, yes. And so let's start with the metaverse. Because,
Okay.
I mean, one article mentioned that it's projected to be like an $828 billion industry by 2028.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just 7 years from now.
That's a huge number.
It's crazy.
I
And so,
know.
like, what's driving that? Like, it can't just be hype,
No,
right? It's like,
definitely not just hype. I think a lot of it has to do with the advancements in AR and VR. We're seeing better displays, more responsive motion tracking, even haptic feedback.
oh, wow.
So you can actually feel virtual objects.
So it's getting like way more realistic.
It's getting much more immersive.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But one article pointed out that like the cost of all this VR gear is
Oh, yeah.
like a barrier to entry for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Not everyone can afford a $1,000 headset.
Yeah. And that's why companies are really pushing for more accessibility.
Yeah.
They're working on metaverse platforms that work on phones and tablets. You don't need that expensive equipment. And then there's WebXR, where developers can create these immersive experiences right in a web browser.
Oh, that's cool. So then with these more affordable options coming out, what are like some of the things people can actually do in the metaverse?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, there's so much you can do.
the articles mentioned virtual shopping.
Oh, yeah. Virtual shopping is going to be huge. Imagine trying on clothes virtually, seeing how they fit from all angles,
Oh, that'd be cool.
or checking out a new car in 3D before you buy it.
Oh, yeah.
That's already happening.
Wow. And it's not just shopping, is it?
No, not at all.
Like I saw the article mentioned concerts
Yes.
and even like training simulations.
Exactly. You can have musicians putting on these huge virtual concerts
Yeah.
for millions of fans worldwide.
Wow.
And businesses are using it to train employees in these realistic simulations. Like, imagine training a surgeon on a virtual patient
Yeah.
before they ever operate on a real person.
Right. That's amazing. So much potential there. But I do wonder about the downsides. Like the article touched on some ethical concerns.
Yeah, there are definitely some challenges. Data privacy is a big one.
Okay.
Companies will be collecting a ton of data on users. And then there's the potential for addiction
Right.
as people spend more and more time in these virtual worlds.
Yeah.
And then there's the question of accessibility and making sure the metaverse doesn't worsen existing inequalities.
That's a really good point. I mean, it feels like the metaverse is changing so fast. It's like hard to even imagine what it would be like in a few years.
Yeah, it's still early days. Who knows how it will evolve? But one thing's for sure.
What's that?
It's going to need a lot of power
Oh, yeah, to run all that
to
stuff.
fuel all this growth. Yeah.
Which brings us to our second topic,
Okay.
solid-state batteries.
All right.
One article basically said they're going to replace like our lithium-ion batteries that we all use now.
I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Really?
Yeah. Solid state batteries are they're better in a lot of ways.
Okay, how so?
Well, they use a solid electrolyte instead of that flammable liquid you find in lithium-ion batteries.
Oh.
So they're way safer.
So no more like exploding phones?
Hopefully not.
That's good. But what about their performance?
Oh, the performance is impressive. They have a higher energy density, so you get more power
Okay.
in the same size battery.
So that means like longer battery life?
Exactly. Longer life for your devices, greater range for electric cars.
And I saw in the article they charge faster too.
Oh, yeah, much faster. And they last longer overall. Like, they can handle way more charge and discharge cycles.
The article mentioned some crazy stats, like 80% charge in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
And they can last for like a decade.
it's credible, right?
Compared to our like 3 to 5 year batteries now.
Yeah, think about it. Charging your electric car in the time it takes to grab coffee, or having a phone that lasts 10 years,
Yeah.
that's the future.
It almost sounds too good to be true.
I know, it's exciting.
I did see that Toyota is planning to launch cars powered by these solid-state batteries by 2025.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of momentum building, but there are still some challenges,
Like what?
Manufacturing them on a large scale is difficult and expensive, and finding the right materials for that solid electrolyte that can conduct ions efficiently at room temperature, that's a big hurdle. But research is moving fast, and a lot of experts think we'll overcome these challenges pretty soon.
Oh, wow. So it sounds like both the metaverse and
Oh.
solid-state batteries, They're going to change the world in the next few years.
They have that potential, yeah.
But what does this all mean for the average person?
Well,
How will these technologies impact our daily lives?
think about how much we depend on our devices and the internet now. The metaverse could completely transform how we interact with technology, making it even more immersive and integrated into our lives. And solid-state batteries will power all of that,
Right.
giving us longer-lasting devices, faster charging times, ultimately more freedom and flexibility.
It's exciting, but also a little bit scary. I mean, so much is changing so fast.
It is a fast-moving field.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
what's the one thing you want our listeners to remember?
I'd say the key takeaway is technology is advancing so quickly, and it's crucial to stay informed and think about how these advancements might affect us.
Okay.
The metaverse and solid-state batteries, they're just two examples of these game-changing technologies. And it's an amazing time to be alive.
It really is. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive.
My pleasure.
We hope you found it informative and thought-provoking, and who knows what other incredible innovations are just around the corner.
Exactly. Keep exploring.
See you next time.